Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole and this channel is all about health, wellness, and designing your dream life. In today's video, I'm going to be spilling all of my secrets so that you can steal my workout routine. Okay, so this is my exact workout routine. This is what I have been doing currently for the past, I don't even know, 6 months maybe. And it does change a little bit every once in a while, but this is what I have been sticking with mostly for the past while and what has been working for me, and what I also actually think is a very reasonable sort of beginner intermediate sort of style workout. And typically I think that you shouldn't be doing less than like 3 days per week exercising. So this is my 4-day split that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Now this isn't going to be for everybody, it's currently what's working for me, and you know, if there's something else that you think that you'd want to do differently, by all means go ahead and do that. This is just what I found out works for me. This is what works for my schedule. That's really, really important, is to take into consideration your schedule. How much time do you actually have to dedicate to this, and where your health comes in at a priority for you. Like for me, my health is my #1 priority. Without my health, I have nothing. My relationships don't matter, my career doesn't matter, my business doesn't matter, doing these YouTube videos doesn't matter. Health comes first for me. And this isn't set in stone. Like this isn't what I do every single week without fail. It's, you know, some days I do more, some days I do less, but this is what I am aiming for. All right, so let's dive in. So typically I will do a 4-day split. Now I always, every single week, I'll have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. And I work long hours throughout the week. So I work 4 long days, and then I have three-day weekends every week. So I will typically work out Saturday and Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. Now sometimes that changes. Some days I skip Tuesday and I'll go on a Wednesday. Some days I skip all during the week and I just do Saturday, Monday. It really depends on the week and what's going on in my life and how I'm feeling. But I typically aim to go Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And that means that I have Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday off to rest. And when I say rest, I also mean active recovery. So it doesn't mean I'm just like literally laying on the couch or laying in bed all day and not doing anything. It means that, you know, I might have a big day at work where I'm running around doing lots of activities, or maybe I go for a walk or a hike on the Sunday. Again, it just sort of depends on what's going on in my life. Now, usually I go to the gym, so I don't really work out at home anymore. I just find that I don't have the equipment that I need, and for the goals that I have, I really want to be focusing on building muscle, building strength, so I need to be lifting heavy things. So I'll go to the gym and use the equipment there. And it's right across the street from my work, so that works out really well. So usually when I'm at the gym, I do anywhere between 4 to 8 exercises. 4 on the days that like I've had a big day at work and I'm just really tired and need to get something done. And 8 on like the Saturdays and Mondays when I have longer, I'll do longer workouts. So that usually ends up being anywhere between 45 minutes to like an hour and a half long workouts. So this is my 4-day split. So on Mondays, I typically will do a leg day, and I'll make that leg day a glute and hamstring focus day. Tuesdays are my back day or my pull day, so it's back and biceps. Thursday is my second leg day, and I focus on quads and calves that day. And then Saturday is my push day, so that tends to be my chest, my triceps, and my shoulders. Now, for me right now, Saturdays has been my most consistent. It's when I'm most motivated to go. It's, you know, I've had my sleep, I've had my breakfast in the morning, I go with my partner, so we're really motivated and we push each other. And I've seen the most gains on those days. So the days when I'm most consistent, which is the Saturday, my chest day, that's where I've actually seen the most results. And then after each workout, I try to end every single workout with like 5 or 10 minutes of ab work and stretches. So I don't really have a dedicated core or ab day, but I'm very mindful of all of the different activities that I'm doing. You should be engaging your core, and then doing a few minutes at the end of every session to do some focused work. Okay, so let's jump into the actual exercises that I do. So on Mondays, which are my glutes and hamstring day, I'll start with my leg day warm-up. I have a whole video on what I do for my leg day warm-up, so if you haven't seen that, definitely go and check that out. And I guess I should mention as well that these are fluid, so sometimes I'll swap out different exercises for different things, depending on what I'm feeling, what pieces of equipment are available. Like if all the squat racks are taken, then I'll go use the leg press and vice versa. So it's not like set in stone. These are exactly the exercises that I do, no questions asked. Like it's very fluid. I'll just swap things in and out. So when I say, you know, it's glute and hamstrings focus, that doesn't mean I'm not doing any exercises that focus on the quads. It's more just like I try to do exercises that will hit those areas. Okay, so the first thing is the leg press. So again, sometimes I'll use leg press, sometimes I'll actually do squats, but the main thing here is that I'm focusing on my glutes. So the position of my stance and my feet, that will help me to hit my glutes more than my quads. So typically the more you lean back and keep your knees behind your toes, that's going to hit your glutes more than your quads. And vice versa, on my quads day, I'll, let my knees travel in front of my toes, and that hits my quads more than my glutes. But that's what I'm starting with. I start with my leg press. Then I like to go and do some deadlifts, so sumo or regular deadlifts, depending on whether or not I want to hit my adductors, so the inside of the thigh. Then I'll do walking lunges, so I hold a dumbbell in either hand and I'll walk up and down the gym doing lunges that way. The next is the hip thrust. So we actually have a hip thrust machine at the gym, which I'm very happy about, and it's really great. So I'll do hip thrusts with that one. Then I'll do some more single leg or isolated movements like split squats. And again, this is one that I tend to skip a lot, and I really shouldn't, but it gets swapped out sometimes with other exercises, but split squats are really, really good for hitting your glutes and your hamstrings. Next, I'll do either Nordic hamstring curls if, I've got somebody at the gym with me or I can find a way to do them. Otherwise, I'll just use the hamstring curl machine. Then I like to do some single leg deadlifts, so single leg Romanian deadlifts, straight leg deadlifts. And I use a kettlebell and hold it in both hands and go over top of my foot that way. And I always keep my other foot on the ground for balance. And then sometimes if I feel like it, I'll do glute kickbacks and I'll use the abduction and adduction machine. Again, it really depends on the day, depends on how many exercises I feel like doing, but I try to hit some combination of those activities every single week. Okay, Tuesdays are my back day, back and biceps, it's my pull day. This is the day that I tend to skip most often, mostly just because Tuesdays are my Mondays and I just get tired and want to skip it. I also don't really like back day, I find it just really hard. So this is the day that I tend to skip most often, even though I know that back is probably the one that I need to be training the most, and a lot of us need to be training the most. So I've been more mindful of it in the past few weeks that I'm trying to really put in the focus to do it. So I'll always start with the assisted pull-up machine, or if the machine's taken, I'll do some eccentrics on just like a normal pull-up bar. And I focus on both chin up and pull up. So chin up is when your palms are facing you, and pull up are when your palms are facing away. So they target different muscles. So I try to do a little bit of both. Next, I'll do some back extensions. So typically I'll hold a plate in my hands against my chest and I'll do back extensions. Then I'll move on to some cable work. So I'll do lat pull downs, and then I'll either do the seated row or a prone row. So that's when you're on your belly and pulling it up towards your chest. Again, depends on what pieces of equipment are available. Then I'll do some face pulls with a rope on the cable machine. I'll use the pec deck machine to do reverse flies. And I always try to make sure that I'm doing some bicep work in there somewhere where I'm doing just some curls with some dumbbells. Now that back day routine is probably the one that changes the most. I've got like a big list of exercises that I tend to do, and I just swap out for whatever ones are available, because I do find that that's the one that I guess maybe intimidates me the most, like just the pieces of equipment that other people are using and like just having to wait around for other things. So that's the one I tend to just go, okay, well that piece of machine is open and that's kind of what I need to do, so I'll do that. All right, Thursdays is my second leg day. So this is my quad and calf focus. So I'll do my leg day warm-up routine, like I mentioned in my first leg day. Usually I'll start with a warm-up of barbell squats. So I've come to realize that barbell squats and me, we don't get along very well. I think it's just because my legs are so long that, I don't know, I just feel off balance, and it feels really hard even at really light weights. So I'll just do a light warm-up with the barbell, and then I'll move to the leg press machine and do quad focus that way. So when I'm on the leg press machine, like I said before, I will let my knees travel in front of my toes and really do slow eccentric movements where I'm focusing on just getting to that full length and then coming back up that way. Next, I'll do the sled push. I find that this one really, really hits my quads. So you push the sled along, and that one, that's okay. That's more calves work, I guess. And then pulling it back, that's when my quads really burn. So I've started to incorporate that one, and I really, really enjoy it. Next is doing step ups onto a step or a block or a bench. And again, this is going to be slow and controlled. You're pushing up, trying not to use momentum from your standing leg, and then coming down nice and slow and controlled. Then I'll use the leg extension machine and really burn out my quads. And then sometimes, I'll actually use the calf machine to do some calf raises. Saturday is my favorite day. So that's my chest, triceps, and shoulders day. And this has been the one that has been my most consistent routine. So again, doing my upper body warm up. It's on my YouTube channel if you would like to watch that one. First, I always start with my bench press. So I'm loading it up, going to failure for 3 sets. So I really, really push myself on my bench press. Next, I'll go and do some tricep dips on the assisted tricep machine. Sometimes I'll do either incline or decline bench press as well. And then I'll move to the pec deck machine. Next, I'll do some seated shoulder presses, and then I'll move on to tricep work where I'm doing the straight bar pull down or a rope pull down. And then somewhere in between there, sometimes I'll put in, if I'm feeling like I'll do it, I'll do some extra shoulder work. So like the front raise and the lateral raise. And sometimes I'll also do skull crushers. And that's it. Those are my 4 workout routines that I've been doing. And then, like I said, I've got Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday are my rest days. So I do active recovery, I do some stretches, mobility. And on every single one of those workout days, I'll finish with 5 or 10 minutes of core work and then do some stretches for whatever muscle groups I've worked out. And that's it. That's my routine. The key here is to really be consistent with it. So really figuring out what days can you work out, what time can you work out, and nailing down what exercises you want to be doing on those days. So once you've decided that, then it's a lot easier to stick to. Now, if you just watched this video and decided to do exactly what I've been doing, that might not fit your routine. So really figure out what days you can work out, when you can work out, how you want to break it down your split, whether you want to do, leg day focus, upper body day focus, what exercises you want to do. And then that makes it so much easier to stick with. So like I said, I'm seeing the most gains recently with my chest day because that's the day I've been most consistent with. That's the day that I've got my boyfriend there supporting me so that we can do, I feel more comfortable going to failure because I know he's there spotting me. So the more focus that you can put on your workout routine and the more consistency that you can have, the better the results you'll be getting. All right, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. I'm uploading new videos every 3 days. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.